Hello, everyone. Yeah, looks like we are live. And today we have with us Dan and Adrianna from Exidio, a core contributor to the Sentinel Network. But before we start off, very good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, wherever you are. And I'm Sisla Abhishek from the OmniFlix Network. And today we are hosting Dan and Adrianna from Exidio, part of the Sentinel Network. And we'll know more about Sentinel Network. So, all right, Dan. Hi, Dan and Adrianna. It'll be great if you guys can start off by introducing yourself, how you discovered Sentinel, the blockchain ecosystem, and how you got into, or got started working with Exidio.
Cool. Yeah, no, and thanks, Sisla. Thanks so much for having us. The work you're doing with OmniFlix and the Cosmos ecosystem is awesome. You're someone that I think has built up a lot of value and a lot of great content for the entire ecosystem. I'm really grateful. The chats that you've done have been really great. So just grateful. And I've been a big excited, proponent of the Cosmos ecosystem for quite a while. Fell down the crypto rabbit hole in our early 2017, kind of late 2016, early 2017, when I was serving in the Peace Corps, and started to see the real potential of this technology and how it can provide access to capital and be able to kind of make the world a lot more inclusive, especially in the world of finance. So yeah, I've been involved with projects from a long time, but I've been involved with Sentinel since the end of 2017 as well. I'm kind of the inception of the network. I've always been a community member, and then we can go into the details of Exidio versus Sentinel, but we founded Exidio in myself and Srinivas in April of last year.
That's great. Adrianna, over to you. Adrianna, you're muted.
There we go. Can we hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Great.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you so much for having us on today. Very nice to meet you. Glad to be here. Big fan of your work in the Cosmos ecosystem and all the content you're producing. Thanks for letting us come on today and share our message around Sentinel and the importance of decentralized VPNs. I myself have been in the ecosystem since about 2016, when I first started volunteering in communities and in different ambassador programs. That kind of led me to blockchain governance. I got very interested in DAOs right around the same time as looking at the EOS community. And that has kind of led me to the IBC community and awesomeness that is Cosmos. So I joined the Exidio team a few months ago, and I'm really happy to be here.
That's great. That's great. Thank you for the Exidio taking Sentinel's vision, core mission forward. And with that being said, a lot of people really know about Sentinel, but they might not know what Exidio's role is within the Sentinel ecosystem. So it'll be great if you guys can throw some light on that and the relationship between both these entities. I won't say organizations, but entities, and if you can help people understand the relationship and how they can get themselves involved as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think you stated it well, Sisla, in the sense that Exidio is a company that's helping to move the mission of Sentinel forward. So the grand vision of Sentinel is to provide better access to content online and freedom online, by being able to get access to content people wouldn't otherwise get, and being able to also offer better privacy online. And so that's done via a peer-to-peer bandwidth network. So that's really what Sentinel is. Everyone is Sentinel. Everyone that's offering bandwidth to the network is Sentinel, and everyone that's using their internet connection to route through other people's IP addresses is a part of the Sentinel network. And so it's been great, and the network itself has been bootstrapped, and there's hundreds of thousands of people around the world that have downloaded apps that have connected to the Sentinel network. But myself and my co-founder Srinivas, our CTO, realized that we needed an organization to help push that mission forward, and also an organization that's going to help be kind of responsible for developments on the Cosmos Hub, and also making sure that we have the right infrastructure to be able to support companies that want to build on the Sentinel network. So Exidio, we're a software development firm that helps other companies build on the Sentinel network, as well as build their own applications and software. And we also help with any of the integrations on the network and connecting with other people in the Cosmos and blockchain community that want to get connected to Sentinel.
Yeah. I
Thank
think
you.
of it.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I think that sums it up. I think you can think of Exidio kind of as a face between existing VPN companies and the Sentinel network. It's just something to liaison the business and deal flow that happens there. I think there's a lot of traditional VPNs that are interested in networks like Sentinel because they can offload a lot of their infrastructure costs to our network. And instead of having to build all of that up themselves, plus they're able to prove that they're not tracking their customers' data when using Sentinel. So it's kind of a win-win-win. And Exidio just helps facilitate the business deals and the clients that are built on top of Sentinel between these businesses and the network itself.
Right.
Yeah, and also we've been used as
it feels like Exidio is helping enterprises get on board to utilize this decentralized tech without maybe having to go through all the hurdles that people undergo while interacting with the network. So sorry, Dan, I interrupted.
Oh yeah,
you.
No, that's exactly right. And we're kind of the face and the name of people that can go to, that they know that there's someone they can rely on, a company that's there, that's the operating entity. So all of the above. You got it exactly right.
Right. That's perfect. No, so yeah, definitely a structure that other networks can also take inspiration off of. Not just having a foundation, but also having these other companies that that maybe can spawn up as required. But Exidio is playing a key role in being able to facilitate and coordinate with all these other entities. So definitely that makes a lot more sense. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
So that being said, what are Exidio's current plans, and what are you working on for Sentinel?
Yeah, I'll let Adrianna jump in and kind of talk about some of the apps we're about to bring to market.
Yeah, we have a lot coming up at the end of the year. I'm very excited about what we're going to be planning and launching, for the next few weeks. We have a mobile application getting ready to drop. I think that there's going to be some exciting features in there that nobody really expects off the bat. And we're also getting ready to start communicating more with exchanges and trying to see where we can get listed because we want people to have access to dVPN and kind of, share our message. We also have a lot of programs launching with influencers that are well known in the community. I think everyone's going to be very surprised when they start to see this message of decentralization around your VPN get shared. But as of right now, like over 50% of the millennial generation doesn't have a VPN on their phone. And it's even higher for older generations. And that's such an important, piece of dealing in cryptocurrency, dealing in NFTs. It's protecting your data, protecting your privacy. And so we really want to start to boost that message and send it out over the next few weeks. And you'll start to hear from us and our team a lot more. And I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, exciting. So yeah, Dan, do you have anything to add to this?
So I mean, 100%. I want to kind of highlight the mobile applications that we're bringing to market. And so as you're saying that we're a development agency that people can rely on to get connected to the Sentinel network, and for enterprises that want to build leveraging the infrastructure of the Sentinel network, but we're also a software development shop building our own applications. And so we have a mobile application that's coming out. It's on test flight on iOS right now. And we're in initial beta usage. And we're really excited to start rolling out a greater amount of beta testers for the app. And that app is going to be going live this month, something I'm really pumped about. So finally, people will get access to decentralized VPN on their cell phones on iOS. And we're also about to bring that app as well to Android users. And we've had an app that people have been able to use, the Sentinel dVPN, on mobile in the past, but that was on our testnet on Ethereum. This is finally realizing the true vision of Sentinel and leveraging a peer-to-peer network on mainnet on Cosmos. So these are apps that have been in development for many months now that we're finally bringing to market. I'm really pumped about those, and it's going to make it for a seamless experience for actually having a tangible product that people are going to be able to use to be able to get access to content they wouldn't otherwise, as well as provide themselves better privacy online. So really excited about that, and it's going to have a lot of opportunities for different types of payment. So this app is where we're transitioning from just a free app as a testnet on Ethereum to a full-fledged dVPN application that competes with all the major centralized VPN applications on the market. So we're really excited about that, and we'll have opportunities for payment with dVPN tokens, with other Cosmos IBC connected tokens, as well as with fiat. So we're really making this an application for the mainstream user to be able to get access to decentralized VPN, but then also interact within the crypto ecosystem behind the hood. So I think it's a cool way to bridge a lot more people on, and eventually they'll be able to have a wallet natively in the app, and they can withdraw those tokens or use those. And it's a way to also have an on-ramp for more people to get involved in the power of the decentralized ecosystem we're building.
Yep, that's great. So does this mean like will these apps be open sourced, or they'll start off as closed source and move on to being open source? What's the idea?
Yeah, no, they're all going to be posted on the Exidio GitHub, so anyone can review the code. They'll be open source. The code base is written, and it'll be posted on our GitHub in the coming weeks when the apps go live.
Yep.
That's great. That's great. So yeah, Adrianna, you were saying something.
I think on top of that, I mean, right now we're excited about the mobile app, but I think later this year, maybe even the beginning of next year, you'll maybe even see some hardware come out from us. We are looking to test all of this, test Sentinel across the board on what works best and give all users an option on how they earn or maybe contribute to the network itself. So we're definitely looking to launch some other softwares, some other clients for maybe desktop and some hardware. So, we're going to be rolling out quite the roadmap here soon and quite the plans. And we're just looking to bring as many people along with us as we can.
Yeah, definitely. No more developers, consumers, node hosts. So yeah, like with that in mind, like the common question has always been, how are you helping node hosts, do a better job at, taking it to the next level? We know, WireGuard nodes, we have the OpenVPN nodes and so on and so forth. But what's in store for node hosts who want to actively contribute?
Yeah. So right now, that's actually an area for opportunity, and those are all things that Adrianna was getting at as far as on our product roadmap. You can offer a node on mainnet right now, live, but you need to do it via CLI, command line interface, and so that's not accessible necessarily for everyone, right? Unless you're used to using CLI and you're understanding how to implement your node with your existing infrastructure and making sure that you have a consistent internet connection and you have the minimum hardware specifications. You might not be able to offer a node if you're not, natively used to CLI. However, in the end of this month or the very beginning of October, we'll be launching a new native desktop application, a node hosting software for any dVPN node to be able to offer bandwidth from their home residential IP address to the network and continue to grow it that way. And then, as Adrianna mentioned, I think the huge opportunity to really scale this network and be able to have global access for anyone is with a mobile router, where you can have your router, your modem be the access point to be able to have a plug and play kind of one-click solution to be able to offer your excess bandwidth to the network and rent it out. Another thing I'm really pumped about is this is essentially we're building like a multi-hop VPN network, like a multi-hop Tor network, right? But it's an incentivized Tor. So everyone that's offering bandwidth is able to leverage their existing resource of bandwidth that they're not using and monetize that. And so it's a way to bring people into the crypto ecosystem, start earning tokens, start learning about the power of decentralized networks, and get involved with crypto and start earning within the crypto ecosystem without needing to put up their own capital. And so it's a really way to onboard people into not only having a better tool for their own privacy online, but also bringing them into the crypto ecosystem. And then that's where they can start to fall down the proverbial rabbit hole and understand kind of the power of these networks.
Yeah. We've been doing a lot of work with external tech partners as well. I think this kind of the point of decentralized communities, there's people that are out there that are willing to help you grow your network and are experts at it because they've been doing it for years. And we recently partnered with StrongBlock, who are experts in node networks, and we're really excited to see them offer, their community a chance to earn dVPN on Strong nodes. And that has been one of the the best programs we've ran recently, just to learn about our own network and where we can improve and where the opportunity really lies. So I think Sentinel has done a good job at looking at everything as a business, but also incorporating that new kind of DAO and decentralized business model into Exidio, into our features as well. So, we're always looking to partner with new tech partners, and I think the community will be excited to see some of the ones we have planned for announcements soon.
Yeah, I mean that's great because both from people that consume or contribute, right, like, and from people that actually utilize services on the network, right, there's a lot of scope for every kind of stakeholder to get involved, even be it crypto, DeFi degens, NFT artists, everyone, they'd want a certain level of privacy security, as well as they'd want to be able to contribute. And maybe so, just like how we have Axie Infinity for in the play to earn market, we have Sentinel in the contribute to earn market, just like how Akash and some of the other networks also exist in the space, right? So
Right.
that's great, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, please Adrian.
Just to tack on to that, there's even a way from content creators and influencers and just people looking to get involved with crypto and start their influencer career. There's a way for you to get involved with Sentinel. We actually have a standing ambassador program, and you can head over to our Medium page or our Twitter to learn more about that, where we will pay you to complete tasks that are more things like sharing content or creating content. So we have a full thriving ecosystem on how to earn with Sentinel. So make sure you look into that on our Twitter.
That's nice. So, like with OmniFlix, we are in the creator space, community space. And, we are looking at ourselves as a Lego block for, sovereign chains to, plug and play, be it for creators, plug and play media assets, NFTs and so on and so forth, be it for communities, if they want to plug and play, community tech protocols, that is how we intend to do. So will Sentinel eventually, become that Lego block where, a community or a DAO might want to plug and play, contributing to the Sentinel network, the Sentinel protocol, and so on and so forth, and eventually offer privacy to their DAO members? Is that something that you're looking at, and is that the way in which Web3 users or power users can actually get to using Sentinel?
Yeah, I think. Go ahead, Dan.
You go ahead, John.
Yeah, I think the DAO model is interesting, right? Like introducing these new DAOs as creators, as like hosts of the network, and having a part of that stake and say in its success. I think that's something that like naturally grows into decentralized communities, and we'll see happen more and more around Cosmos as more IBC bridges are built and more communities start to come together. That's actually my favorite part about Cosmos is the IBC ecosystem, where it's competitive, but in the right way. And a lot of our products and a lot of our networks, when they're leveraged off each other, create amazing Web3 stacks. So I think we'll start to see that happen naturally in the community system as well.
True, definitely. I mean, like, we're looking forward to that too, and most probably a lot of folks in the Cosmos ecosystem too. So
definitely.
And to your point, Sisla, like building on kind of like our resources within Web3, and like Akash with cloud compute, and with Sentinel with your excess bandwidth, and with Arweave or Siacoin with your storage. We're starting to look at solutions that we can provide, plug and play solutions where you can monetize all of these excess resources, leverage them, and provide them to a greater network. So these are really cool opportunities, and we're looking at how we can best collaborate with these projects. There's a really exciting project going forward called the Handyminer with the Handshake Network, Siacoin, Skynet Labs, and Sentinel and Akash. And it's going to be a solution where you can run a software and be able to leverage all of those resources to earn crypto tokens in all four of those projects, as well as help grow them and their markets grow for the amount of resources they offer their user base. So they're, like you said, I think these building blocks are going to start getting more and more effective, and I think IBC enables this in a really eloquent way.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we look forward to being a Lego block and utilizing all these other Lego blocks too, for our stakeholders, and leverage them so that like Adrianna mentioned, win-win-win situation, and take it to the next level. So like with that, I think we've covered most of the topics that we think we've discussed. But Dan, is there anything else that you think we should be covering from a Cosmos DeFi ecosystem standpoint, IBC, anything that you might want to add.
Yeah, well, I just think that it's kind of an exciting time across the blockchain space right now. Not only just within Cosmos, but I think it's shining a bright light on Cosmos, but we're seeing a lot of layer one ecosystems grow. We've seen a lot of excitement around Avalanche or around Polkadot, I think, as their parachains are coming out. Now we're seeing a lot more happening with Phantom. And I think people are going to start to realize that we're going to live in a multi-chain world, and having interoperability is going to be so crucial. And I think we're starting to see like a groundswell of this happening right now. And even on Ethereum, like Arbitrum launched today, and we're going to start seeing better throughput for Ethereum. And so we're seeing the needs for these layer ones, and different layer ones are going to serve different niches. And I think interoperability is going to be crucial. And I'm excited to see the community start to become very vibrant in the Cosmos community. There's a lot of great content creators now. There's a lot of people that are starting to learn about the projects that are building on Cosmos. To build your own project natively within the Cosmos ecosystem is a lot harder than just spinning up another, coin on Binance Smart Chain. You need to generate your own security. You need to have your own validator set. You need to be able to have people that are interested in your network, and you need to build it from the ground up. So it takes a lot more work, and it shows that it's a lot more dedicated teams. So I think there's a really high level of quality within the Cosmos ecosystem, and I think that's starting to get a lot of attention. And we're seeing the community really come forward. If you've been following, there's the Sentinel community has gone really crazy, and they meme themselves into the Blue Friend Gang, and it's really awesome to see. So, and this is happening natively around a lot of communities in Cosmos, and so I think this is an opportunity for us to kind of show the power of these Web3 networks and the power of DeFi within Cosmos. And I'm just here for it. I'm all about it.
Yeah, like shout out to the Blue Friend Gang. Like I really love their last Swift chain, meme that they worked on. It was very funny, and like I mean, they evangelize very well, and spread the word of Sentinel, in the best possible way, for people to consume in a few seconds, right? So definitely. That's great, Dan, because we're seeing a lot of traction from outside ecosystems too, into the Cosmos ecosystem, utilizing the Cosmos core stack. People talking about Tendermint consensus and so on and so forth.
Exactly.
So it's a great time to actually be working with sovereign systems, I'll say, and to utilize Cosmos as part of your stack. So So Dan and Adrianna, shall we move on to some audience questions right now?
Yeah, I just want to give a plug for Cosmos DeFi. If you're not already on Osmosis, if you're not already on SimChain, if you're not already playing around with Emrys, the front end for Gravity DEX, you got to be doing it. The APIs are amazing, but it's really cool just to see the swaps and the user experience. It's flawless. I'm loving it. I'm providing LP on all three of those, and I encourage everyone else to do the same.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely it ain't financial advice, but make sure you explore the tech within the Cosmos DeFi ecosystem. It's not just about DeFi, but it's a lot of things coming together, and Cosmos is trying out new things and demonstrating a lot more aspects or concepts around DeFi than most just smart contracts on Ethereum. So it's a lot more to absorb, and like we have Luna, we have crypto.com, or rather Terra, crypto.com, and so on and so forth, be built on top of this stack. So be sure to explore that. So all right, let us move on to the audience questions. So we have quite a few number of questions here, so let me pick out the best ones. So all right, the question will display on the screen. So Scooby Chen asks, what leverage do you think Sentinel has over other networks? I'm pretty big. Guys, I'll let you take this one.
Yeah, I think leverage isn't the right term. I think Adrianna hit it on the head earlier when she said that there's a healthy level of competition, especially within the Cosmos ecosystem. I think what Sentinel has done that's really powerful is made the network truly peer-to-peer. You can offer a node via a service like Strongblock, or you can offer a node straight from your home. And it's accessible, and it's becoming even more accessible with the applications we're building out. But I think making a network that actually has a real need, a real use case. There's a lot of crypto projects that are actually doing interesting work, but they're kind of esoteric, right? And they're maybe B2B, or they're not accessible for the average consumer. But a VPN product is demanded, it's needed. The market itself is growing exponentially. It's one of the fastest growing markets of any tech product on the planet. But centralized VPNs have their own issues. And Sentinel, and I think that the way that the network was built from the ground up as a peer-to-peer network is the right way to do it. And so now we're looking to continue to scale.
Yeah, I think it's exactly the inverse. It's not about leverage. It's about the fact that we can help all networks, right? Like we're providing this product kind of service, whereas other networks may be, trying to facilitate a stable coin or try to facilitate a DeFi platform. Whereas I think Sentinel is going to help them versus it's that healthy competition. It's a win-win-win. We're not really fighting for their user place in a sense of use us versus use them. It's usually a use Sentinel with whatever else you're using. So because of that, I think we have something for everyone, which means we have access to a larger market and less competitors.
Yeah. And personally, I think the leverage is the utility, and people need to, people who are aware of privacy and are conscious, they end up using a VPN regardless of whether it's on blockchain or not. And the decentralization is making the tech much more better. So utility is the ultimate leverage here, and definitely Sentinel has an edge, being in the ecosystem since quite some time. So yeah, moving on to other questions around centralized VPNs. So Kyle asks, have there been any discussions around bringing centralized VPNs into Sentinel? I know there are plans, there are initiatives. So I'll let you guys explain that.
Yeah, and that's really where Exidio comes into play. That's something like we talked about, bringing enterprises on. There's kind of two ways that you could have a VPN come onto the Sentinel network. And one is if you're an entrepreneur or you have an idea and you want to start your own company and you want to have a VPN product, or that might be the core product of your business, you could launch that and use the infrastructure that already exists and then bring that product to your potential user base. The other side is one where you already have a VPN, you already have an existing user base, you want to grow that, and you want to prove that you're moving with the transition of where the industry is moving, and you're going to where the puck is going. And so that's centralized VPN companies that realize that there's potential benefits in decentralizing their model and having a peer-to-peer network. And so yes, that's the plan, is to continue to look at centralized VPN companies that are having a forward-looking approach to where they're going and connecting on the Sentinel network. We've had some initial discussions with them, but from the Exidio perspective, we're going to be going a lot more aggressively at communicating with them when all of the building blocks are firmly in place, and not only the desktop, the mobile applications, but the desktop applications are fully functioning. And then the desktop application to host dVPN nodes is a seamless application. And once those are live, then we have the ability to have all the core infrastructure to be able to go at other companies and say, this is the tech stack, this is how you can replicate it, and this is how you can bring your user base onto this network.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of turning this previously red ocean business model into a blue ocean, where we're taking, instead of fighting over one user for that one VPN service, we're actually going to these centralized VPN companies and saying, hey, we're building a whole new marketplace. It's on Web3. This is obviously the wave of the future. Everyone's getting involved in cryptocurrency. So let us take care of two very important tasks for you as a VPN provider, which is access to a brand new marketplace that you guys don't know a whole lot about, and also offloading those infrastructure costs to a network that's being hosted in a decentralized manner. That's a win-win for those centralized communities or centralized companies, and it's also a win-win for our decentralized community. So, you don't make, the best way to turn an enemy, defeat an enemy is to turn them into your friend. So we're taking that kind of mantra with us to centralized VPN companies.
Right. And like before I move on to the next question, I have a question myself, in the space. So like when we work with media companies, like they would want to store their content on their own servers. So is that a kind of request that even you guys got when talking to enterprises or smaller companies, where they would want to run their own servers and infrastructure, but just use the Sentinel software stack? Without maybe connecting to the decentralized, node hosts. So, I mean, did you encounter that situation? Or
yeah, we haven't done that yet, but that makes sense, right? Like if they want to build custom applications and we already have built applications, and we already have some already on our GitHub, and we're building more out. If someone just wants, consulting or technical support on development of applications and how to run those for their centralized infrastructure, that's something we're open to. That's not the core focus of Exidio's business, but it's definitely a side, consulting gig that we could do.
Right. Understood. So yeah, we have one last question again from Kyle, but I think this has been covered, but any more information on the desktop dVPN applications?
That is our most frequently asked about client and option, and we are in the product testing phase of that. So very, very soon you'll hear from us. Just make sure you're following us on Twitter to get the most recent news, and definitely join our Telegram group. We like to favor our Blue friends first, so they get all the information first. So make sure you're in Blue Friend Gang. We definitely use that group to test our products. So if you're interested in being one of the first to get it, jump into our Telegram channel and you'll have access soon enough.
That's perfect. We're all looking forward to that. And I think we're done with questions. We just have one more question. This might be around, Pawan Kumar asks, what is the kind of payment gateway that are used to present access, present VPN technology using Sentinel, be it like fiat and, crypto? I know the answer to crypto, with IBC, any payment token, any token is a payment token, but, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, Pavan's right on point. So this is not an app just meant to speak to the crypto community. This is an app that anyone and any consumer is going to be able to want to use and understand, to your point, Sisla, that this provides additional security and better privacy than a traditional centralized VPN. There is no company that could log your data if in this architecture. But that being said, it needs to work and compete at the same user experience as a centralized VPN. And so there will be fiat payments, so you can pay with your credit card. And we're looking with, we have a few different payment gateway providers that we're working with. And that is being built into the mobile applications right now. So the payment might be denominated in dVPN, in the dVPN token, but you can easily onboard that natively within the app with a credit card. So we know that that's crucial, and having that user experience is crucial.
Definitely. And any alpha leaks on, the jurisdictions that you think you'll be launching the fiat payment gateways for?
I think I'm not sure we can quite leak that yet. But I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised in the options you have to acquire dVPN, even in a decentralized manner. So again, I push everyone towards Osmosis and Gravity Dex, and kind of making sure that they're well up to date with those systems and those interfaces, because I think you'll need them soon.
Yeah, definitely. So looking forward to that. Thank you guys. Thank you, Dan and Adrianna. It was a very pleasant and insightful session, and it was great as always talking with you guys. So thank you all. Hope to have you on board. And if you have any last words for the Blue Friend Gang, for the community.
Just thank you so much for letting us access your audience and take this time to talk about what we have coming out. You guys have been great. Thank you to the Blue Friend Gang. We appreciate all the support.
Yeah, thanks so much. Appreciate it, Sisla. This was great.
Thank you. All right, guys. It was a great session. Log on to Twitter, follow Sentinel, Exidio, follow the networks, and there's a lot in store for you. Thank you. Bye.
See you.